We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. 2 nights. Watch this. And a mind.
What up?
What's happening?
Hello. What it do? What it do? What's going on, everybody out there in radio land?
Yeah. What's popping? That's what the folks want to know what popping.
I heard that.
I mean, you heard that. What's popping?
Week, doing good, feeling good, looking good. What more can I say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I was saying, hold on.
Everybody all rested up.
The screen had popped on. Like what? Oh yeah, she popped off. I mean, I'm alive. We went on now. What's going on, Brandon? Liz, all right. Chelsea Welsie, Lady Cotton, Candy, LaDanya, Flourish, girl, Flourish. We got Sarah. We got Row. We got the Row Garden. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all doing all right? We appreciate y'all for dropping in to see us. And we are delighted to be here, to be your host tonight. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Tell them how we feeling tonight, everybody.
Tula, what's up, girl?
For
what's up?
Done.
What?
Hey,
Wait,
could you look up a word today? I need y'all help. I want to look up two words. The first word I want to look up on Google is called punctual. I want y'all to understand what the word punctual means. Does anybody know what the word punctual means?
D-shade.
No, I'm just curious. Anybody know what that word means?
Thing or arrival exactly at the time of the prompt.
That's right.
Do
me one more favor. Let's look up a word. Well, you know what?
Definition says. Now let's look at this one. The second one is paid. So since we were paid, there
you go. There go the two definitions right there.
Hello.
There it is. The two definitions right there. Oh yeah, happening or doing something at the agreed or proper time. Oh yeah, those are relating to an action that takes place at a particular point in time. Punctual.
Do this for me, so I understand it. How we understand everything as being human beings, correct, Resident Joe?
Yeah.
So I understand, man. Do this. Meet me at my door. I want you to just turn the knob. I'm gonna meet you exactly when you do. You just twist on it and push it. The door gets stuck, and I'm gonna meet you at the door. It's all bad. I'm gonna be punctual.
Wow.
Believe me, I'm gonna be there. You're not gonna have to wait long.
Totally, please record it.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no, that could be evidence in court. We can record him ringing the swinging the door first. He trying to get in. Then from there it'd be illegally. They go lock it. You know me and her do not like
party people.
Yeah, listen. We are definitely tired, folks, burnt out. Listen, I had me yeah. When I tell y'all they wore me out, they wore me out. I enjoyed myself.
Man, I did too. I enjoyed myself.
It was fun.
Oh. All right. Did you post
Is
stories?
it me or that there's a little it might be my internet.
No, I think all of us have a delay.
Yeah, I said they had a little something going on. Do I have a delay?
It just sounds like it's cutting off here and there. Wow, some people decided to do a workout at 3 a.m.
Yeah, some guy decided to do a workout at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, someone did. We know ain't no somebody that was Dr. Dell. You got who y'all
Uncle Wallace, right?
Uncle Wade.
I just want to say for the record, I was ready for the next workout. I had my stuff in the car. I was ready. And then when you said I'm going over there, I said, all right, well, I can't go against what is being said. So I just let it be.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we supposed to believe this, y'all?
I believe him.
Preacher, they asked me that you working out. I said, yeah, preacher, I'm working out.
No, we didn't eat lamb. Typically, sometimes we might do lamb during the past, so we don't typically do lamb just because we don't want things to come up and look like, we feel like that's the lamb for salvation. But no, typically we won't do it then, but we will do on our other morning. Eat lamb. I have a problem people eat as long as they ain't slapping no blood on the buildings and they holler they eating rooster. So other than that, I'm good.
Dr. Joe was just telling me that her mom actually likes cooking rooster noodle soup.
Oh my gosh. He is something else.
Oh yeah, her mom knows all about rooster and everything. Oh yeah. Yeah, rooster noodle soup. Some people call it chicken noodle soup, other people call it rooster noodle soup.
You mean chicken soup?
Yeah, Dr. Joe telling her mom's know all about it in their culture in El Salvador.
Put on that man time. The man is a maniac, so you can't pay him. Believe me, we don't pay him any attention. We hope that everybody on the sidelines they are doing well. It's a late afternoon, and we appreciate y'all night, but we are ready to come in your hearing to make it happen, get started. Got to get that party started. Isn't that right? We can't act retarded. So what y'all thought about the winning team?
Oh man, I'm waiting for I don't know the name of the song. That's number one, but I'm waiting for the winning team duet. Jason Adam. I want to really hear them. Oh man, I want to really be able to hear that track. So y'all got to get that one done.
They did really good.
They did a great job.
Well, it was also it was 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And the grandkids jumped in there and did their thing. Mm-hmm. So everybody did well. Had them come on.
Yeah. Y'all gotta let that. Y'all gotta get that one together.
Wow, we gotta get that one together.
Well, yeah.
We always want to get together. That's always our goal to get together. But sometimes you got to get time permitted.
Yeah, that's why. Just let that one be the first one y'all get done. I know y'all got like 12 of them. But put that one as number one to get done first. You can't bake all the cakes at the same time. Just bake that one first.
No, they gotta get them done. When they get it done, they gotta release the album. How they gonna just turn around and not do it? Yeah, they gotta release the album. It's not like here go a single.
I'm still waiting for y'all to release stuff from SoCal.
No, you couldn't have because it's already been done. We're not paying.
Yeah, it got released like what, a month ago?
No, we released it longer than that. Don't try it.
Yeah. I'm sitting down listening to y'all album. Y'all still singing Christmas tunes. I say, man, Christmas done came and gone, man.
So sick.
We appreciate that, Sarah. The winning team did such a great job. We appreciate that too. We try to appreciate them. They're great. She said they playing with emotion. Knows which one I want. She keeps telling me I sent her a song on the download. Just send me that.
Oh, what you saying? Oh yeah.
Another one me too. Yeah, I need that one right now. You just shoot it to me now. Send that. I'm on my phone. Where it's at?
Richard, you be killing it with the moves.
Oh yeah.
They can't handle.
I like all y'all moves. What y'all doing? The stinking head.
Your moves, preacher.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Tulu.
Yeah, Tulu was doing her dance and all. I saw that.
Than me. I mean, let me win in something. I'm like, listen, I can do it to do what I do. The energy was great, dance and singing lots of good shit. Appreciate it. No, appreciate it. They do a great job. And it was crunch. I mean, everything was like crunch. Last minute trying to get done. People have no idea how much work we had to cram and get done. And it was a lot. It was good to see you, Andrew. Help keep these two women in line for
Andrew. Glad he made it on back home safely too.
Man, it took almost 2 days to get back to Mississippi.
Yeah, it took him a minute. It
was a time warp.
Yeah. I know he said the bus was gonna drive him to Antarctica first, and then Australia, and then
You're crazy.
It's terrible.
He is crazy.
Oh yeah, she talking about listen, Flourish, Wendy J talking about who can't handle me, talking about don't do that.
Hey, Wendy J has some dance
moves. They're hating on your preacher.
I've been working with Wendy J. She coming along. I tell her to take her time. I told her, Nessa, it didn't have me overnight either. It took me 10 months because I had to be born. So people don't think when you can't do what you see me do and get. It took time. It took 10 months for me to do everything I'm doing. So just know that.
Yeah, no, but I thought it was good. I like that opening song. I think that celebrates good times. I think that was your opening. I like that celebrate song.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, Crazy Bryce. That's who we got. Crazy Bryce.
Oh man, he's a Bobby Brown love. I'm starting to see.
He's not a Bobby Brown love. He gets what's given to him, and then they take it, and then they do it.
Oh really? Oh, I thought he picked that.
So
he's preacher said it many times.
I don't know. The man act like I don't know. He act like it's like
because he lead singing. You told him to lead sing that. He picked the lead saying that.
Preacher.
What was?
Doesn't that name also say?
I got you, Dr. Joe. Thank you for clarification.
The clarification has been a clarification before, but now then they get it going. Now, unless Danielle want to take some. If she want to put that boot on, it just depends if she coming out. She want to lock the door and take it from us. Then otherwise, they kind of get a sign almost in the set. They kind of get a sign. But no, great job. Everybody did a great job. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate it. I enjoyed myself with everybody. I really did. Looking forward to next time we meet again. And now we here. So tell us what is going on tonight.
That's right. We got what's going on tonight. I'm waiting for the ladies to go ahead and post it in the private chat. The articles. Usually they have it loaded, but I know Dr. Joe having some computer issues. And I know Tuli was not punctual, so she's still working on her punctuality.
Man, look for the dictionary. We ain't gonna start hearing it now.
We got some a lot of different stuff that's going on in the news right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess one of them that's the most obvious that everybody is currently aware of is the conflict that's going on. Because it's not really called a war or anything like that, but it's called the current conflict and all. So I was gonna go hit on some of that too, but I want to hit on some of y'all articles first as well.
No, go ahead.
Some of our articles.
You just start with.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, this article right here is about 4 minutes long, this video, but I'll just play maybe about half of it because I think everybody kind of gets the gist of what's going on. But here's some of the latest breaking news that we may all be familiar with in regards to the conflict that's going on. Let's take a closer look.
Iran is responding to the attacks on Beirut by closing the Strait of Hormuz.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks is live in Israel with the latest. Good morning, Trey.
Hey guys, good morning. This comes amid talks this weekend in Islamabad, Pakistan. The U.S. delegation will be led by Vice President J.D. Vance and Special Envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. The president overnight on True Social issuing a new warning to the Iranian regime, saying in part, quote, all U.S. ships, aircraft, and military personnel with additional and weaponry and anything else that is appropriate and necessary for the lethal prosecution and destruction of an already substantially degraded enemy will remain in place and around Iran. until such time as the real agreement reached is fully complied with. Now, this is coming as all eyes remain on the Strait of Hormuz. We understand yesterday that 4 vessels were able to pass through the strait. Iran does maintain control and says that vessels who pass through the strait have to coordinate with their military. Yesterday, Vice President J.D. Vance issuing another warning to the Iranian regime at the negotiating table.
Fundamentally, the Iranians have got to take the next step, or the president has a lot of options to go back to the war. The more that they're willing to give us, I think the more they're going to get things out of this negotiation.
Now, the Iranians are threatening to leave these negotiations if Israeli strikes against Hezbollah continue. Dozens of strikes took place yesterday. A senior Israeli official telling Fox News that up to 200 Hezbollah combatants were killed in those strikes. Lebanese media and officials report that many civilians were also among the dead. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday speaking about the goals of this operation.
Fair play, YouTube.
We have more goals to complete, and we will achieve them either by agreement or by renewing the fighting. We are prepared to return to fighting at any moment necessary. Our finger is on the trigger.
The question is whether or not the Iranians are willing to make a good faith deal. And already many officials in Tehran are contradicting the agreement that was laid out to enter into this 2-week ceasefire. There was a top atomic official today saying that Iran will maintain its ability to enrich uranium. And this comes after those comments yesterday from President Trump that an agreement was reached to allow this uranium to be extracted from where it was deeply buried following Operation Midnight Hammer and removed from the country. Guys?
So today's going to be the big day, Trey, because if you cannot get these ships through the strait, I mean, what's the sense of having a ceasefire? Because that's one of the main functions of this ceasefire.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put this pause button right there because basically, I think y'all get the gist of it. And the gist of it is, it appears that initially they were reporting that they did reach an agreement, but now it sounds like the agreement is falling apart. What say y'all?
I mean, it's to be given. I mean, it's one thing about it. You can't get 2 people that can't hold their word. All of a sudden, they come along and start, telling the truth. They're just being honest. America has been known for years of going back on her word. I mean, we are witnesses. So our parents and grandparents and parents before that, Iran, know better. They don't like America, so they'll tell America whatever in order to stop the bombing and not be truthful and forthcoming on what they're doing. I mean, to be honest with you, both of them are bad players. People won't admit it. Oh, American right. Listen. America, basically just denigrate their own people. Look at we take our elderly, we throw them in nursing homes and put them away. We cut their Social Security. We cut their Medicaid. We basically set you up to where life is just for the young and the stupid.
Yep.
Once a person get older and has settled themselves and have put in their time for work, and that thing is they out the door. They we pretty much wiping them out. Now I think they just passed a new law where with the elderly where if you give them any assistance, if they find out, they're going to go back and make them pay back every dime they ever got for Social Security. That's crazy. It's like these people can't make it. Their family can't give them money and help them. You're not giving enough money. Think about this. Why would you be giving money to somebody rich?
Right.
To the rich. That's why the rich make up schemes in order to take it, because nobody's going to give out the rich money. So you give money who poor people that need help. But the rich are so greedy to where they want the poor to die. That way they can get their goods. They're hoping to go in a nursing home so their stuff can be seized. Then it'll fall over to them. We don't typically get it. When they get it and it goes into the system, they send out to their friends. You won't find anybody that you know who will say, hey, I bought this from a Medicaid seizure where they took somebody home when they went to nursing home and took no, it's always the same stuff. You take from the poor who don't have it to keep, building up the wealthy. The wealthy don't want to give up any money. We live in a society where people have to play fair. Our elderly should be top priority as far as care, especially put in 25, 30, 40 years. Someone put 50, 60 years into working a job.
Right.
And then retire and have nothing. And then you say, well, okay, a lot of people that's of the ethnicity of what they would call so-called Black, and not Hispanic, 401k is not 2 and 3 generations back. There was not 401k offered from the jobs my parents went to. There was no 401k. There was no retirement plan. You retired when you died. They came from the farm type living.
Right.
You work. Social Security is not that old. It's older than we are. My dad was living when Social Security was introduced. They had a letter in front of them. You got people with Social Security numbers start with the 3s and 5s. I'd be like, mine's got a 2. They got 3s and 5s. It's a lot of people done jumped in the market since then.
Yup.
So we definitely had to come up with a plan that better help people. I guess I kind of spent off of that just based on the fact. I mean, the whole ceasefire thing is a joke. It's all going to wind up busting in all their face. This was already determined and written from the writings, and it's all playing out the way it's supposed to. But what say y'all about it? What you think?
I think we should look out more.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's Republican.
What?
Good answer. Where does the idea from cutting money from elderly come from? Like, how is that supported? In what world are people saying, okay, that makes sense? Like, what would he say that it makes sense? You know,
they're the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
So say basically, Medicare beneficiaries must reimburse Medicare if they receive money from another party, such as a personal injury settlement, insurance, workers' compensation. It covers medical expenses that Medicare has already paid. This is enforced under the Medicare Secondary Payer Law.
So that's the only one. That's the only
No, I wouldn't say only. Now, this is just a quick little 10-second Google search. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more stipulations out there. That was just a quick little.
Dang,
Google
that
search.
is something to think about, though. If you're in an accident, because they're actually very likely to be in an accident, but then they can't even. Oh man.
Yep.
Wow.
That's bad. But our elderly, yeah, we're in bad shape. It's just society today, people. It's just bad, and it's like you live to get old, and it's almost like you can count on losing your life. I mean, it's scary for people.
Right.
Who looking at, you get old. I mean, what do you get? You get nothing. You're gonna wind up losing your damn life. That's how bad off the system is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man.
It's terrible. I mean, I don't know how people, how people don't see it. Like I said, to get elderly, it's a death sentence to get old. Our generation learned about 401k, always white, the white, nationality has always known it because they created it for themselves. By the time they know we learned about it, we'll be out. You know what I'm saying? It'll be nothing for us. Absolutely. Right. And now we're trying to get in the 401k plan. It's like, how's that working for us? The economy is so bad and people making so little and prices so high. It's like, so where are you going? You know what I'm saying? Where are you going? There's nowhere to go. You're pretty much stuck.
Yep.
You are stuck. And that's a bad situation. Then that's so with nothing to look forward for. That's also translated in they need you to die early. One thing you want to look at what contributes to people dying: the poor food quality, medication, not having sufficient monies. You know what I'm saying? Not having family, not having people that care about you because of how the system is set up. When you retire, you can't typically have people living with you if you're living in assisted living. A lot of people don't come and visit you, then they can't give you money. So these people look at how much the medicine is, and then the doctor constantly got you coming in for visits. You coming in, you might have 3-4 doctor visits a month. Who's paying for that? The co-pays get you. Yeah. Then you got Medicaid Part A, Part B, that has to be paid for. So they constantly looking at how to beat you out of more money while the cost of living is going up. Elderly don't get it. The increases might be like $20, $12. You see what I'm saying? They don't get like, I just got $1,500 increase a month. But these are the people that paid into the system for years.
Right.
So yeah, that needs to be a push to say we need to get relief for our elderly people ASAP. They need to be able to live. I mean, you get 70 something, 80 something. What you gonna do? Go start pimping?
Right.
We take care of our elderly. They want them wiped out. That's why you do it. When they don't have enough, they can barely eat, and they can't eat, sufficient food or food that's health worthy. With the little bit of money they got, what they got to buy, especially for the African American pork, cheap products. So what it do? It starts to break them down. A lot of it contributes to food, and the medication contributing to a lot of Alzheimer's. A lot of the times, the people in the country, they didn't have that stuff. They stayed home. People took care of them at home until they died. Somebody from the family, so they knew somebody cared. So they were, when you by yourself, you don't know anybody cares. Like, what's the point? I might well die. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, so it's a bad situation. As far as this Iran situation, I mean, it's hesitant. That's a mess. JD Vance over there, he don't know what's going on. Everybody just kind of sitting around. Hey, y'all started loading up the news. Yeah, he has, and it's bad. And then Trump is really just embarrassed. He ain't got enough sense to me. Vice President, I stepped down. Like, man, you can have it. You're not gonna call me incompetent. I started, but he said he was incompetent.
Yeah.
I watched him call Trump. He was on a live meeting. He called. He said, I'm calling. He said, hopefully they answer the phone. I'm calling a very important person. They want to be here. He said, they don't answer. This is going to be embarrassed. He called. It went straight to voicemail. He said, well, he called again and went to voicemail. He told him before he did it, he said, I hope he answered. Why would he say, I hope he answered? When he didn't he know you was calling him? He said, the vice president called him and you are over there negotiating. Why wouldn't I answer the phone? Right. Calling me because it's something important. I don't respect your information. You're a figurehead. I don't like you. They asked him on another interview about running for president 28. He said, I don't know. It's just a lot of qualified people out there. He said, look at Marco. Marco's qualified. I'm still saying, this is your vice president. Why would you say that? He said, I'm sure him and Marco will work out something. He said, but there's a lot of people in this room qualified.
Wow.
They didn't ask him. They asked him about the vice president one. So I don't know what else he needs for him. It just shows you he lacks so much ability. He lacks so much candor. Just spontaneous. His wife should just be ashamed of him. Like, you let that man just talk to you any kind of way. That man want that and say you was incompetent. That the Secretary of State could be the person running for president.
Yeah.
That there were a lot of other people more qualified. Why would I stay there? The president is telling people that there are more people qualified than me. I'm the vice.
That's bad business right there, priest.
Yeah. But you got to care about yourself. To care about what people say to you. But that just shows you how bad he wants a position and does not want the respect. I guess he feel, well, once I become president, and he know when he become president, he gonna get to be a problem. That's why he's looking at him to get Marco. Marco do what I want him to do. Still worship him and let him do what he does. You might say, man, what is about the broadcast? We appreciate what's going on, Confederate.
Confederate 48, how you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Well, something else I wanted to share with y'all. They just posted a clip talking about trust and different things of this nature. Apparently there's a video that shows a dentist in a compromising position. Let's take a closer look.
Exclusive video of killer dentist James Craig mixing up a poisonous protein shake in his kitchen. His victim, his wife of 23 years.
One of the oldest motives in the world. Other women.
Mother of 6, Angela Craig, was hospitalized 3 times in 10 days with baffling symptoms, including headaches, vomiting, and dizziness. In this video, she complains to her husband that he isn't being more helpful trying to reach a diagnosis.
You weren't there for me.
She had no idea her cheating husband was secretly poisoning her protein shakes with cyanide and arsenic. Authorities say Dr. Craig also administered poison to his wife during her hospitalization. As staff go about their work, Dr. Craig leaves his wife's room and heads into a bathroom. A minute later, he comes out apparently holding a syringe he had loaded with what the prosecutor calls the final fatal dose of cyanide.
The evidence proved that to be the syringe that he used to ultimately kill his wife.
43-year-old Angela was declared brain dead 3 days later. The dentist was arrested after cops learned he had ordered potassium cyanide online. They also found out that Craig was having a relationship with an unsuspecting orthodontist. At his murder trial in Denver, Craig tried to convince a jury his wife had been depressed and suicidal. They didn't buy it.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
The judge didn't hold back in sentencing Craig to life imprisonment.
Dr. Craig unleashed a path of destruction as wide as a tornado and just as devastating.
Wow.
What's her goodness? You ain't got to kill her, give her what she got.
He was at the hospital. Still at the hospital. Wow.
Listen, man, this is the sickness of people. And listen, it ain't worth it. I mean, you want to be with somebody that just don't be with somebody. You gotta kill nobody. And much as it hurt her, who wouldn't be hurt? I'll be hurt. My wife got an affair. Why would I be hurt? But then you ain't got to kill me. I'll make it. But it just shows you how careless people are. You know, people don't care. People don't think. You know, where did you think this was going? If she died in the hospital, they're gonna have to look and do an article. They're looking at this can't fall back on us. And you bozo, the judge did the right thing. He needs that. My whole theory now with people is certain crimes you do, me personally, there's no reason to keep you in society. Like I see stuff all the time where police officers, other people, it'd be regular workers, molesting kids, trafficking kids and molesting them and then killing them and raping. It's like, I don't get this. And then people always say, Resident Joe, let me ask you this while we're talking. Is your wife available? Little doctor.
Let me go and double check.
Yeah, I want to ask both of y'all opinion. I'm about to question. I want to ask both of y'all at the same time, Resident Joe.
Mm-hmm. But while we check it, I was reading actually a month ago that Homeland Security was saying that this is a trend in where their spouses are killing spouses to get the insurance, life insurance that they have. I was trying to find that article because I was reading it like a month ago.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's just a trend where people are just poisoning their spouses.
Instead of leaving somebody, just go on.
Right. But they want that money because they want to get the money from the life insurance. I found the article.
But they still can. Well, the money. Okay, I got you.
Right. They want them dead.
I said something low. But people don't look at the then if you got kids involved, it's like real and true. You know what I'm saying? When you really look at it, it's like, how.
Okay.
It's just bad when you look at West society. And I'm telling you what I think caused it to fester even more is movies, Hollywood. Everything is kind of explored. They more or less, even though like there are some good movies that you can watch, but you have to watch because everybody that watch, they kind of know they're kind of manipulating some people's thought process. They can show you movies on how people might have killed somebody or what. Then it'll be interesting when you watch it. You'll say, had they not did this, they wouldn't have got caught. Now, guess what happened? That makes you now when you look at it, don't do this and you can get away with it, but you'll get caught. So if you look a lot of stuff through a lot of movies, they more or less, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They kind of push the narrative. If you're there all like, say if I'm on the edge already where I'm really kind of want to get rid of my wife. They kind of got enough movie if you watch, depending on where you at, they kind of feed into that psyche to where
wow,
an idea. Now think about it. I mean, a lot of people look at a lot of stuff want to be in movies.
Mm.
If you don't mind,
Yeah,
Mona,
that's bad business right now.
Can you play
Which clip number you want, Dr. Joe?
clip 3? Just real quick.
Yes, ma'am. I sure can.
Listen to that one.
It's loading right now currently.
And then clip 4 also.
So here's clip 3 right here. Here we go.
Is now seated in the trial of the Utah mother accused of killing her husband and later writing a children's book about grief.
Just because he's not present here with us physically, that doesn't mean his presence isn't here with us.
That's Corey Richens, who went on TV to talk about her family's loss back in 2023. The next month, she was arrested and eventually charged with aggravated murder and other crimes after prosecutors say she gave her husband, Eric, a fatal dose of fentanyl. She pleaded not guilty. In 2024, denied the allegations to Dateline in an exclusive jailhouse message.
I'm anxious. I'm anxious to prove my innocence. I'm anxious to get to trial, and I'm ready to give this one heck of a fight.
Her defense team argued the scandal and spotlight around her case destroyed any chance at a fair trial, saying in a motion filed last week, more than 85% of potential jurors recognized the case, and about 60% have followed it closely. But that motion and a previous request for a change of venue have been denied by the judge.
Everyone's senses are heightened in a high-profile trial, not just the judge, but the jurors who can sense it. They see the press in the courtroom. They take their job much more seriously. Not that they didn't already, but the pressure is on.
Now, that 12-person jury will be back in court February 23rd when the trial begins. According to prosecutors, Richens had purchased fentanyl from her housekeeper on 2 occasions in 2022. They say she first drugged her husband's sandwich on Valentine's Day, but he survived. Prosecutors said weeks later, she gave him that fatal dose of fentanyl. He died allegedly after an evening of sipping cocktails.
She learned that whatever she used on Valentine's Day wasn't strong enough.
Now, as we await trial, the Department of Homeland Security just recently issued a warning. The use of chemical and biological toxins to poison domestic partners is on the rise. They list 17 cases of people suspected or found guilty of trying to poison their family members since 2014. At least 11 have resulted in deaths. Among them, the Richens case and the case of the former Colorado dentist who murdered his wife with poisonous protein shakes, sentenced to life in prison.
We, the jury, unanimously and beyond a reasonable doubt, find the defendant, James Craig, guilty of murder in the first degree.
DHS concluded that there are 3 reasons why these cases are on the rise. They say it's the online availability of information about how to go about and perpetrate these poisonings. They say it's easy for perpetrators to obtain the chemicals. And then they also feel like perpetrators are not aware that they can get caught.
These disturbing reports also include more headlines this year after a mother in North Carolina was charged with murder for poisoning her daughter. In that case, a probable cause hearing is set for later this month. And such cases aren't only in the U.S., with a woman in Australia last year convicted of killing her in-laws with toxic mushrooms, a growing threat from inside the family, as the nation will be watching whether Corey Richens will be proven innocent or continue her grief journey behind bars.
It's sick to me.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
People, well, it is written in the word, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. We live in a cold place, and whether people know it or not, this is the world we live in now. Things when we grew up that were unacceptable is very much acceptable now. That woman, he killed his wife for it should, running off with his money. If she got any prior, no money on his books or going to visit, he is beyond stupid. I agree with you. It's gas. I agree with you. I mean, she should run. I mean, what she should do is be afraid. This is what I'm looking at right here. If I'm dating a woman, this me. And the woman tell me, listen, I know how to get rid of my husband. We can be together. I can poison kill him. I can't be that stupid to think if she'll do it to him, she'll do it. It's like, what if you knew? You know what I'm saying? If you knew. It's like, well, it ain't me. So what do you think gonna happen when they get tired of you?
Yeah.
You ain't killing a man because he beat you. You ain't killing a man because your life on line. You killing him because you just a murder. It's like, oh, no, that's crazy. That's just beyond stupid.
There she goes. She just joined in, preacher.
Bill, shout out to your wife. I'm glad. I said,
Yeah, shout out to you, Bill.
Shout out to your family.
Yeah,
I said I was going to give her a shout out. She watches us today.
Who you tell you gonna say that to? To Stasi.
To Bill's wife. And
Oh, Bill, I don't see her up there. I see Bill up there. Wait, no, Gina.
Gina, I don't see you, but Bill's saying she made it. So I'm going to believe Bill. We shall see.
Okay, well, we're glad she made it. So the question I was going to ask y'all, both of y'all, since both of you therapists, rape. Now, they say rape is not about sex. Now, I don't know clinically if that's something that y'all looked at. Was it ever discussed? Or that's something you guys did, kind of familiarize yourself with in studies. To me, my opinion, I believe rape is about sex. They say it's about domination. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do at domination. You do thumb wrestling, kickboxing. There's a lot of things you do in order to dominate a person besides sex. I guess in y'all opinion, I'm just curious, what would y'all say?
Well, according to what we've learned, what I've learned is that it has a lot to do with power and control, the excessive force, the lethality of it, the intensity, the severity of the sexual assault.
Mm-hmm. So you would say clinical. I mean, clinical, you would say, I would agree it's not. But, people say it's not about sex. It's about domination. But I can see what about a person having a gun and just robbing somebody? What is that about? I know, of course, getting it good. Some people rob and still don't have to.
I got you. So you're referring to the person committing the act? Richard?
You said my friends with them?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
asking about, like, clinically the person who's committing the act? Like, what is that about for them?
Yes.
So I guess, yeah, exactly. You're right. That domination, that power, and that control, right? Due to a lot of times, like, really severe childhoods. And that's a part of why they behave in the way that they do. And so I agree with you.
What you think, Resident Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of factors into why people decide to commit rape, but one of the main factors is having control and feeling power over that person they're attacking. Another part is trauma, right? Wanting to perpetrate because they were perpetrated. They want somebody else to feel the same pain. So now it's more of, I want you to feel the pain that I felt. Or some actually, a part of the brain becomes sexually promiscuous. So they just want to fulfill that fetish that they have, which comes with that control. So fetish of sexual fetish and that fetish of being in control of someone.
Would y'all say is more sex or more control?
I'll say control.
I would say more control. Absolutely.
So let me ask you a question. So when this is my personal business, and I'm hope we offline right now. So when I'm asleep and I wake up and the cover is pulled back off me, right? My t-shirt is torn.
Right.
My unders are missing.
Right.
They're not under the cover.
Right.
What is this about?
That's a fetish that your wife has with the husband.
Exactly. I knew that's where he was going.
That's a fetish. I just making sure. I didn't know it was trying to control. So if I wake up and I got handcuffs and my hands tied to the bed,
that's just part
Fine.
of the
Yeah.
love.
activity.
Oh, now this is love.
Yeah, because there's a thin line between hate and love. So that's like I love
how you all
there.
fulfill each other's needs.
That sounds like a movie. There's a thin line between love and hate. So, Love Doctor, what would be your opinion as to the rape, the act of rape? What would be your opinion, or what would you say to you? Would you say, because some people would say, I think they agree, it ain't even about sex. It's about the domination. You and Tula, don't care what y'all say, in your opinion.
I think it's not. I would think in some cases is sex. I would think thinking off. I think it would be sex.
Yeah. Just think some weirdos in this sexual act, probably. Because you got people who do like I said, with the bondage. So let me ask y'all this, since I'm asking. I want Love Doctor to answer first. What you think, Love Doctor? Sex or dominance or both?
You know what? I think it's a mixture of both. Definitely from the mindset of the different perverted people and things of that nature. When they get involved in it as a kid, you being preyed on as a kid, or another kid is manipulating another kid, it can be control. But then other aspects could be the curiosity of sex and trying to, achieve that same feeling or that they would put in, trying to have that dominance over someone else and make them subject to it as well.
Right. Because you have to think about it, preacher. What about like those the people that killed these individuals and have sex with them while they're dead? So at that point, there's no nomination. At that point, it's just the mind wanting to complete that fetish that they obtained when they were growing up and were majority of the time abused, or they went through something similar.
So let me ask y'all this, and that's for everybody, especially out there, is their opinion. So now you struck up another end, sleeping with a dead person. Also, how you doing, Ian? Good to see you. Sleeping with a dead person.
There's a
and knowing they're dead. Tula, what you gonna say? Let's get her up in. Let's get a counter perspective before we get professional.
No, I had a poll in there if people wanted to participate. That's not.
Oh, okay, go. Yeah,
that's
please.
pretty nice. That's cool.
That's it. Yeah, definitely, because
Oh wow, that's a new feature that you learned. I didn't know you
love
could do that.
it. I saw it. I was like, oh, who did that? I love it. Too.
Yeah, I guess everybody can vote, because you know what? A lot of this is going on, and the reason why I asked too, because you got to look at how you problem solve. If people don't know why they like today, with all these people killing their spouses, I think it's more than even just getting with somebody else. Because when you get to that point where because people divorce all the time, every day, people divorce. That's not nothing new. And walk away, or people just leave, don't divorce, separate. What's the end with, I gotta kill you to get it? I know sometimes they say, well, it's the money. They don't want to lose the money. They gotta have the business. They're paying the child support. I mean, everything kind of comes with life. But we look at where a man has gotten so far, which I mean, this has been going on for years of people, spouses killing. But now it's like an all-time high. You can just run through and find, women killing the men, poisoning the men killing the women. I had a friend years ago, real great guy, and was doing really well for himself. And his wife was making him tea every day, and she was putting antifreeze in it. Wow. She would make it for him every day. It was antifreeze what she was using, and he was like really into the church, really hard work. Was just always a good guy, always was, And she wound up killing him.
What?
Yeah, let me tell you something. That is scary, because you think about this. Like, I trust my wife. I don't go look to see if she put some in my stuff, right? Just like I believe we all the same with our spouse. I mean, it's like, why would you?
Right.
But to think of a person that would do that, you would have to see something. This is not a character I would see. Like, it just popped out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to see a deviant behavior, something that you would see them doing. Like, that's real interesting to know you would do that. I know from both of y'all standpoint being, taking clinicals and stuff. But sir, like me, because my job, I watch people, certain things will spark me to say, that's interesting. You know, that's something to like kind of watch. But to get a person, would you think, that's for everybody, would you think, like hypothetically, say if I did it, come up, I was poisoning Tuli. Would you say that was sporadic? First time probably happened, or would there have been signs, other things? And it's something for people here to look at, especially if you're in a marriage with marriage with people and it's kind of rocky, shaky. I mean, it's just being honest. You gotta look, you gotta watch, because the 9 times out of 10 you come on find out you dead, or you somewhere where you can't get help. I mean, it's scary. And think about it. These people have to trust them. So these people miss signs, or is it possible you can just all of a sudden I pop up all of a sudden today I just I want to poison her. She might be my first person. But would you agree there were some signs that could be missed, some behavior things that should have been caught, or the notice if y'all could kind of expound, or you got anything to say on it?
Yeah, definitely, preacher. Throughout childhood, you'll see like a lot of misconduct issues, right? Fire setting, that's one of them. Starting to like trying to hurt their like siblings in a negative way. Pets, just doing things to like terrorize and antagonize like the people around them. You'll see that a lot of the times those are the kids that end up coming in and out of counseling, the inpatient centers and stuff like that. Those are those children. And then, of course, a lot of times they don't get the help that they need because our system is exhausted. So then, they continue into adulthood and they still exhibit a lot of those same behaviors. They've never got help for them. Then they're in these relationships, and a lot of people, they know what types of people to get in relationships with, so they know who they can manipulate, they know who they can enter that dynamic with. And so there are a lot of signs that get missed, and that's how they do end up exactly like how you're saying, preacher. Dead somewhere.
Your comment, is that more in reference to adults? Because I think that sometimes parents can miss these signs with kids. These adults. It's just a childhood something, or a fluke that something happened. So how do you handle that if it's a one-time thing, but it's a big thing for one time? You know what I mean? That happened once. What do you advise parents to do? Check it out. Just wait to see if something happens again. Something happens bigger. What are your suggestions on that?
Well, obviously, if it's any sign in which like you are doing something extreme, like trying to hurt somebody, or because you should be picking up on just some of their personality traits, some of their ways and behaviors. So when the actual act or the behavior comes out, you have some kind of curiosity about what's going on. So you should be having conversations with your kids. And if it is a big act, you need to seek help for that kid. You need to try to get assistance.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. How do you handle if they don't give you a reason why? Because you would expect that you would say, okay, why did you hit your sister like that? Because she may be mad. Or it could be, I don't know why I hit her. I just felt like hitting her,
Yeah. Well, I think, of course, that's why you want to have a professional involved, because a lot of the times they have different ways to get to understand the why. And in those moments, we can help the kid and the parent know how to navigate those situations. But a lot of the times, like when you're to the point of being a murderer, a lot of those times, like they have personality issues, some of those kids, and they are forever going to be in the system. But if you can get some early interventions done for your kids, and the parents have to, it takes a lot of support around that. But the issue is, a lot of times kids coming from those type of backgrounds that are like serial killers and stuff like that, they don't have that community or that support system to help them do the work. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how they wind up in those situations, from the neglects, from the severe abuse. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me answer that, Brother Joe. Jeffrey Dahmer. based on what she said about not having the family support. Which always there are people who break numbers. When you do numbers of people, you always got somebody different. Jeffrey Dahmer, I don't know if you know about him. Jeffrey Dahmer seemed to be family oriented with his family as well. Resident Stasia. So think about this. He was family oriented. When they had video family, he would go see his family. I think it was his father and his stepmom. It might be his biological mom. He would have conversation, ask him about his health, how he was doing. It was like, you lose weight? Like, yeah, you know. I mean, normal conversation seemed normal, seemed to be, but this man here would attract to homosexual, quote unquote, African American men, take them into the apartment, and he would have all these locks on the doors, and he would wind up, of course, murdering them and then breaking the body down into parts and put them in the refrigerator. So he definitely wasn't somebody faking. He wasn't hiding them. He would do it right then. He had hearts in the refrigerator, other body parts. I only learned about it. I remember years ago when he was caught, there was one gentleman, when I figured out these guys were homosexual, he was on a show. And he was talking about how he met him. He went in the apartment with him and he went in there. And I picked those like, why would you go in the bedroom? Because, the homosexual thing wasn't to where it is now doing what's his name again? Dahmer. So he was saying how he was in there and he wound up tying him up. He had a lot of locks on the door. And he said he told him he was going to kill him and that he was going to be with him forever because he was going to live inside. He was going to, eat his brain. He said he opened the refrigerator, showed him. He was about vomiting, so he said something happened some kind of way. He got loose. He said he ran to that door. He said he had every lock on that door. He said they opened. He said, he was kind of starting to cry. And he ran. He was naked. The police caught him and they locked him up. He was telling what happened because he was out of his clothes too. So they never did come back to Jeffrey Dahmer's place. Jeffrey Dahmer wanted to kill some more people. That just showed how they worked. They didn't care. But the neighbors had been complaining how the smell so bad. Yeah, this is the whole part. How then you look at these people, why he chose these people? Because homosexual typically, I know it's always that different. Well, it doesn't matter about the smell. Look at what you're doing already. But not to, jump on that or hop on that. The fact that this place stunk so bad that people complained. It was, just horrific. Yet everybody would keep coming here, and these people always happen to be homosexual. But my point was about him. He was a man that was family oriented from what it showed as far as going to visit his family and everything. See, normal. Yet he would take these bodies, massacre them, rape them, kill them, and then put the body parts in the refrigerator. What did you gather from that? Or what would you say about that?
Well, one of the things Resident Stasia, she mentioned, I'm big on environmental, but I was studying about the brain, and certain individuals are born with a prefrontal brain part where it's not the same as others, where you cannot change it. They are born with this prefrontal part of the brain a little different, and this is what helps have morals, make you feel bad that you're doing something. I feel in that case, he was probably born with this prefrontal brain where morality is not there, decision making is not there. And with this, certain individuals, there's nothing you can do to help them, to be honest with you. They're born like that, they're going to grow up like that, and they're going to hurt people. There's no therapist, there's no psychiatrist. At that point, I feel like these individuals need to be in a hospital. So I think that's the case with him, because when I did look at the movie, and I actually was searching about him since it was very interesting. But yeah, certain individuals are born with that prefrontal part of the brain a little different than other human beings. And you can't really do much. Versus what Stasia was mentioning, for others that were, because while they were growing up, they eventually became, perpetrators. They hurt people. You could do something about it. Like she said, environmental, help them, support. That's one of the biggest things that they say, like these kids need support. Like if you see a kid killing an animal and enjoying it. So putting support there, family, if they don't have a family, having a mentor, having someone to support them is what makes a difference. But sadly, for other individuals that are born like that, you can't really do much.
Mm-hmm.
We got a crazy society. What you said, love doctor? Also, what we're doing, I see that right quick. The other poll went off. 80% agreed that it was not sexual. You know, what was that? I saw it and it went away.
There it is. I just put it back up there. 86% said that it was dominance, and 14% said that they think it was due to sex.
Well, I tell the people this just on mine. Well, I don't know. I mean, all of it's sex. Sometimes guys do sex rape and it's not really violent. You know, it might be they have a gun or something, but it's not like the violence where somebody dies or something like that. I don't know. They ain't no rape. They ain't never been my thing. So I don't know. But I just feel like it's sex. Of course, there are people that have other fetishes or other ends, or some people just look at it. You know, I don't know. People crazy. People crazy today. A lot of crazy people. Just like with the killing of the spouses, there's a lot going on. And what's our other poll up here? That's the same poll. I thought they put another poll up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So the other poll is have you ever missed a red flag that you regret?
Hit it for me.
So that's 1 and a yes, and hit a number 2 for a no.
I can't hit it. One for a yes. I need
Have it in the chat. It tells you type 1 or 2 in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. One time, I was dating this lady.
It's not. Just one of the ones. It's not gonna register.
Well, go ahead. Have y'all ever missed a sign? That meant something. Now, that's interesting. If I could for them. Now, have any of you ladies, even having the clinical studies, maybe just say since then, ever dated somebody or begin to start a relationship with somebody and you didn't catch a sign or two at first?
I did.
And then,
yeah, it would it never seemed to me, it was because a lot of these individuals are normal. As a matter of fact, they're extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
So I met this guy at a university where he was going for medical, and I started to date him. And eventually, it was regular, go out to dates. Eventually, he wanted me to meet mom, and I decided this was not for me. So I had a conversation with him, and I said, I don't think this is gonna be for me. So we part ways. So he started to follow me, and then he was outside my house with a black hoodie. Like, he would just say weird stuff like, what would you do if I take you away from your house? Like things like that. I would have never thought this individual was like this. So it shocked me. So I missed it. But again, I had just started my career in psychology when I was first going to college, undergrad. So I completely missed it. I would have never thought somebody so smart, his conversations were very calm. I would have never thought he was, I would say, crazy like that. But he was a little out of it. Yeah.
That is, and I tell you can meet some people. It was a lady went here years ago, and she told us about her dating a guy, and she tried to break it off with him, and he came to her home, and he left the car running, and he came inside, and while she was in the house in the bed, he came in and got on top of her with a gun to kill her, and he tried to shoot her, and the gun jammed, and she pushed him off, and she ran out the house for her life. He went, got in the car, and he blowed his own brains out.
Wow.
He had planned on killing her and then kill himself. Can you imagine somebody on top of you with a weapon and the gun didn't discharge?
Ooh.
That's no nice. We know it's the most high, but yeah. Can you imagine how horrific that had to be that this person came to your house, you think it's over, and they got in your house and on top of you in the bed?
Ooh.
Because he was going to murder you. And then after that, he went out to the car. She said she took off, and he wound up getting in the car and blowing his own brains out.
People become upset. Yeah, people become crazy. Yeah.
I can't have it. I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna take myself because I know I can't. That's one of the, I don't want nobody else to have me, and I can't live without you.
Yeah.
Please learn how to live without me. That is crazy.
Please.
Ain't nobody, listen, anybody you gotta fight, struggle, and go through those things with, that's not love. That's a whole nother situation. That's definitely just due to and I think it's important for people to really, you have to teach people how to love each other, how to date. Everybody just kind of do stuff. Even with me, you just kind of did stuff based off experience, and this how it go, or this how you do it, and this how it is. And a lot of time, these laws we got, there need to be laws, just like you got laws for driving. Stop at a red light, slow down at yellow, go at green. There's a yield sign, there's a stop sign, there's a divided highway. People need to know that. We give a lot to people. And a relationship is so dangerous. What you can create kids become dysfunctional,
right?
Kids becoming victims. You know what I'm saying? But we just let people. But we demand that you have a driver's license and you had some type of form of training, some night driving. Now I don't know nobody made us have to do night driving because we're looking at you're a danger on the street if you don't know these things. How are you not a danger on the street when you don't know how to function in a relationship? It's just as dangerous. I mean, families are destroyed. I mean, how many stories can I recount? This guy was gambling in Atlanta years ago, not gambling. He was doing day trading. His wife told him next time he lose, don't come back. He went and he lost like $150,000. So he did not go back. He went right into the day trading, settled down now on Buckhead and let loose killing people.
Wow.
In Cobb County, he drove. Matter of fact, I was up there. He drove to Agworth, Kennesaw at a gas station. Where he went to Kennesaw, the gas station. He went inside and bought something. Came back outside his car, didn't blow his brains out. They were looking for him.
Wow.
So you just people ending on it. This is quote unquote a normal man, but she told him he'd lose again. Like, don't come back. So he didn't come back at all.
Yeah.
Remember a story of a guy one Christmas, he had lost money and he had lost his job, so he came home before Christmas. He killed his whole family in his cell. He said because he was going to take his life and he knew his family couldn't live without him for the holidays, so he killed himself.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's real crazy.
Very.
And interesting that we came up with this topic because a lot of times people ignore signs. They ignore things in their better judgment in this, in the face of, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave by themselves in a vulnerable spot. But sometimes you got a person that's detrimental and dangerous. It's better to let professionals handle. You're not a professional. You don't read signs well. You tick them off or give them the wrong cadence, and next thing you know, you come up. And some of these people, when they start, they don't stop. Because at that point, they're so far, there's like, why one? I just got to keep going. And then they're ready to get, they know they're going to die. I know I'm going to die later, so I might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
But what else we got in the news while we're talking?
All right. So the next thing that I got coming up is a story that someone shared on Facebook. I think this is clip number 2.
Okay.
It says the headline is that Chinese companies are using AI to create fake black entrepreneurs to sell fake black-owned products. Let's take a closer look.
What?
Black-owned products using AI to do it.
Everyone told me nobody would buy an elephant purse from a black woman. I made every one of these with my hands.
This is not a real person. Here's another one.
I design leather cowboy hats.
Wait, are you serious? You design hats?
Every detail. I pick the leather, choose the hardware, design the whole look. Like this one right here. I designed this.
Oh, wow, that is beautiful.
This is AI. Again, this is not a real person. I did the research. These people do not have a name. They do not exist. This is AI. The worst part is when I see these videos, I look in the comments and I see very conscious Black supporters who are saying they're going to buy it, or some saying they already bought it. They have no idea that they've been conned. So apparently, Chinese-owned companies are creating fake Black entrepreneurs to sell fake Black-owned products, and they're using AI to do it.
Everyone told me nobody would buy an elephant purse from a Black woman.
That's the
So yeah, to me it was shocking. Like, somebody shared that to me and they said they need to know this is what they're doing, and I had to share. That's just insane to me.
But if you look, they've been doing this for years, and it's not just the Chinese. Similar to, just like the Chinese got it from white America. Like when they bought Famous Amos cookies and other things, then they didn't know it was still Black owned. So a lot of these people take things that they're doing, they've gotten it from somewhere. They got it from right here.
Right.
So they might be using fake people. They use Famous Amos when Amos Ben gave them the rights to those cookies. Those cookies were sold way back. His cookies were real famous years ago. People love it. They buy them, they change the ingredients, just like they do with KFC, which was Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Colonel sold on that franchise, I'm correct, I think about $90,000. Late 70s. Never know. He hated that place after he sold it. They kept using his face. The quality of the food chain, it just tasted like junk from what he originally had. The original recipe, which I hated the original recipe chicken. That thing was salty and soft. You like that chicken?
Yeah.
That junk was salty. Don't know what it is, but I know that AI immediately even sounds different. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. My wife had told me, Tony, that's AI. I said, I don't know. This is what I don't get. They need to lock these people. Like, they have, it's on the website, online, they keep doing these fake deaths, like the Big Show died. Rest in peace, Big Show. I said, I didn't know he died. Go back, Big Show living.
Fake news, huh?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, why do you do it? And then I'd be a crying, like, why would you do that? You have people think somebody passed, and it's not true. What if it one of their family members saying it? Who hadn't talked to him and thinking, oh my goodness, man, I was meaning to call. I didn't know he was dead. You have somebody, dealing with the loss of somebody when it's your joke. It shouldn't be. Social media has a lot of bad forms. Would you ladies agree? And gentlemen, especially when it come down to kids. What would y'all say your take is as far as when it come down to the kids, social media? From a clinical standpoint and our standpoint.
It's terrible for them. There's so much research out there about kids and social media, technology, just in general. Obviously, when it comes to social media, it really impacts our girls a lot, in terms of their comparison, their identity, just like their self-esteem issues, their depression, their anxiety. It's really bad for them. And of course, for all the kids, including a lot of our boys, the social media, the videos, just everything is making them more aggressive. It's just terrible. It's contributing to a lot of the behavioral issues that we're seeing.
I agree. What say you, Tula? Before we get our next clinical study.
What? It's terrible. I mean, it's a lot. That's all.
Imagine that. I don't know what you would know about it or would not know. From working in government, do you see is that something that come across your table as far as discussion or an issue of with social media and our kids? Or that's more something that would be more directed from the school, law enforcement? I'm just curious.
I don't think it will go through either the school board, either they're doing their part as far as blocking it. Definitely won't come our way. But as far as law enforcement, I think they use it as a tool to track the criminals, to get information about criminal activity. But that's it. I don't think that they would tell kids not to use it because actually it's a tool for them. I don't think they would discourage it. Yeah, I don't think that they discourage them using social media because they know how crazy folks are. and they'll post it. And so you'll find out, it'll help them with their job.
I think my question kind of maybe got misunderstood.
What'd you say?
It's like with how social media is affecting our kids today, as far as the danger, detriment, suicide, drug use, gang violence, school shootings. Just overall, I'm just curious from a county perspective. I don't know if that's something counties would look at. That's something that you guys would see, or it would be discussed like, hey, this is an issue the county needs to be aware of. This is a situation where the county is saying, hey, school board, law enforcement, we need to kind of really look at this. Or is it been brought to you guys saying, hey, this is a big issue in our county? It might not be here. I'm just curious. That's what I'm asking.
No, again, still no.
Okay.
And with schools, I think they just don't want you to use your phone, not necessarily don't use social media. I don't see that. That has never come across to us as the issue. The issue that came across to us with was just the use of cell phones during hours. Yeah. So it wasn't anything in reference to that.
You would think to me, which none you can add on, just my opinion, with what social media is doing now, what it's capable of, especially unmanned. When I say unmanned, not with the parental guidance there, that it would be encouraged to say, we're pushing for parents to move their kids away from social media altogether, because you got kids mixed in with 21 to 80 or 90, all type of fetishes, criminal backgrounds, way more life experiences. And you got this vulnerable 14, 13, 10, 9, 17-year-old who feels like they're on the same brain level with experience as somebody who's 38, 40, 50. You know what I'm saying?
And I think and you have to look at it like this. I guess with parents, most of the time they have to pick their battles. And the whole thing is about, you have to get the phone out their hand. I gave you all those ages that you named, they have cell phones. All what a parent probably says is, don't put my business out there. Don't tell nobody your address. And don't give nobody your personal business. That doesn't tell you don't be involved in social media. It doesn't tell you that. I'm sure they don't. So you have to look at, most parents are just really just picking their battles, I believe, and just hoping that their kids, just tell them, don't you do nothing crazy on social media. Don't post yourself on social media, but that doesn't mean the kid is not going to be on social media. The whole thing, it starts with that phone in their hand and the access that they have to social media. So parents give them that. There's not much you can tell me when I got the phone and you ain't, and we're not together.
You know what, Tula, you mentioned that brings to my mind a story that happened between the 11-year-old and a 5-year-old. This recently happened. I want to share with y'all, play maybe about a 2-minute clip and get y'all thoughts on this matter.
Thank you with us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Phil Lipoff. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office is investigating just an unthinkable, awful crime. They say an 11-year-old boy killed his 5-year-old brother at their home in Centennial.
And tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from their family.
9 News reporter Ria Jha is here with their story. Ria.
Yeah, this case is shocking, but the family says at the center of it are children. They're speaking with us now, wanting people to know who that 5-year-old was. After school on South Jericho Way, the kids take over.
He was very outgoing. He loved riding his scooter, just loved being outside. Outside was his thing.
5-year-old Elias Relaford was always riding with his crew, his 11-year-old big brother by his side.
You saw one brother, you saw the other one.
Dawn Miles is Elias's great aunt. She's speaking on behalf of his parents, who she says are too torn to talk.
We would have never imagined the big brother that he was would hurt Elias.
March 10th was like any normal afternoon.
The brother was asked to clean the dog kennels. Elias took a nap. So that's when everything happened, during that time that he was asleep.
That evening, the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says deputies were called to this home where Elias was found dead. Investigators later said the suspect is his 11-year-old brother, now facing charges of first-degree murder.
It was the most horrendous act that a human could commit on another human, especially a child.
The family says they're not ready to talk about the details, as they themselves are trying to process what happened.
The family is not well. There's anger, there's questions, there's two losses here, two brothers.
On Thursday, the family packed up their home, while the kids after school carried on their cadence on South Jericho Way, a routine now serving as a reminder of what they've lost.
I would want to see him smile, ride his scooter. He was a happy kindergartner. He was a happy kid.
Prosecutors say because of his age, the case will remain in juvenile court and details will be limited. He's scheduled to be in court next week. Ria Cha, 9 News.
You
Any more details?
No, I got to do more searching. Since it's minors, they very limited on releasing all the information and stuff right now. So I got to do some more digging.
As long as it stay in juvenile court, that's how they'll keep it.
Right.
His name, his mug shots, anything. I'm surprised the family released a picture of the 5-year-old. Sometimes people just want to stay private.
Well, they moved. They packed up and moved, though. So
yeah, you think how many news cameras were around now? The news looking at, hey, these are stories, so we need to show them. And again, I would encourage parents, and I took it for granted. Most parents do. Really talking to your kids about how to be brothers and sisters. A lot of times we just grew up, people just, your brothers and sisters, your brothers and sisters. What's your barriers? What's your, parents, y'all shouldn't be fighting. Stuff like this serves as a reminder. Kids sometimes when you're young, your anger will get up. You realize you made the wrong decision and you're angry, it could be life altering. That kid will never be the same again.
Never.
Even though he's 11, he come to grips with it as he get older. It wouldn't be surprising if he attempted suicide himself. The family would never receive him back the same. They lost 2 kids. And I'm sure a lot of that hurt, that's still a child. They're looking at, you got to regret. You're like, you really drug us through. You really put us on a bad spot. We had to move. Man, people coming to job. It's just so many people. Then you got the people who got the criticism. Why people send stuff at them, mostly from this time, why you weren't watching your kid or what? It's just always somebody got to say, do something stupid. Why would I think my kid would kill my other kid?
Right.
Yeah, and you really have to sound talking to your kids on barriers, lines you don't cross, stuff you don't do. They need to see what happened. Like, they need to see this is a home destroyed.
Right.
Some get so mad and so angry with their siblings till they can kill them. Because kids, the emotions are young. They don't have the barriers of an adult where they should say, okay, you can be angry, but not angry enough when you'll kill them. I could be so mad I could strangle you. Figure of speech. With them, it's I will strangle you. You will die. And then later my life will be messed. That's 11-year-old. He'll never be the same.
And that aunt said that she never would have thought. So that's a kid probably. I wonder, did he show signs? We were talking about that earlier.
Right.
I wonder.
But how many of us fought with our brothers and sisters? Dwayne, you fought with your sisters, right?
Yes.
But you got a whipping when they found out about it, right?
Right.
But
or either got beat up.
Yeah. So you look at your parents. Nobody was thinking.
Oh, please.
Nobody would have thought if y'all got a lot, And then as far as same month and everything. So it was just like, so with that being said, no parent is thinking of their kid, fighting with it's kind of part of kids that one will kill the other one.
Exactly. You'll never think it'll escalate to that.
So you got to think of how bad they got to feel. And then, it's like I say, it's always those people online who gonna say stuff that you shouldn't say right now. I think the parents should go to jail because they were watching their kid. Who that doesn't mean they weren't watching their kids.
Right.
You thought y'all was gonna be feeding the dog. I was laying down. Why would I think in the moment of me lying down, I'm gonna wake up and my kids are gonna be found dead?
Right.
I think a lot of time with social media, like them, if they hear enough of that, it can make them want to quit because people are cruel. People are cruel.
Yeah.
There are people in the world we didn't know existed, and social media is showing it to us.
Absolutely.
So what's y'all take on social media? Should kids, you can put a post, should kids be allowed from under 18? Should they be allowed on social media?
No.
President Joe?
I agree with you, Preacher. I agree with you guys. Social media, I think about it like this. When we were growing up, we were all separate. Kindergartens were separated, middle schools were separated, high school, even in high school, troublemakers were separated. Everyone was separated. When it comes to social media, everyone's mixed together, like you said. So these kids are learning from troublemakers, killers, rapists, just all kinds of individuals in social media that are mixed, like you mentioned earlier. So one of the things Tula mentioned, no phone. I feel like a kid should not have a phone for what? At a certain age.
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference when, when you're doing parenting coaching and you tell them, take the phone away. You will see within 3 months the difference of a child without a phone. It's just crazy. It's like, wow, my child is doing so well. What did you do different? No phone. They don't need any phone. Let them go play. Let them do something else. But yeah, they're all mixed in social media with adults, with crazy people. So no, they should not be in social media. They should not have a phone. That's just my opinion.
People over the age of 18 shouldn't be on social media or under?
Under.
Somebody put over the age. They should be on. They say not responsible.
Yeah, no, that's I think that's
That they meant under.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. What's our next story? While we Tula got the poll up now.
Yes, she has the poll up.
Yeah. So the next story I got is about a situation that happened, unveiled in court. The person who said it is about a 10-minute video. I don't know if it's several court cases. Do I need to fast forward to a certain minute marker?
You were Destiny Collins.
That's what happened.
Okay.
We issued your arrest because you failed to appear for court, ma'am.
The paperwork, I told him the same paperwork they said I was supposed to appear today. If that's the case, my bail bond company should have told me the same thing. But my court date was for today.
You were ordered to appear 11/22/24.
Got out of jail that day. I was released from jail on Wednesday of this week, last week that just passed. So it was no way possible. I could have made it to court that same day. I got released from jail again. And I didn't get released from jail till Wednesday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then also I have the picture. I didn't bring the physical copy because I forgot it, but the paperwork that they gave me when I was leaving, that said my conditions. I have a picture on my phone with my name on it. It says today at 8:30 in the morning. Well, I showed up today. If that was the case, I would have showed up when I was supposed to come to court. So I don't get it. And I just sat in jail for a week and a half, and I go back.
You should be warrant on the 22nd, right? This is Ms. Collins. She's not in the docket today. 252-66.
I'll show you the same picture.
This is where everything slows down. When a defendant says, "I have proof," the courtroom shifts from accusation mode to verification mode, and that can change everything.
She was on the docket on the 20th. She was supposed to be here on the 20th, correct?
The bond paperwork shows, let's see.
I'm confused.
They're usually too
confused.
It's not open.
Can I grab my phone and show you my
Don't talk to the prosecutor, please. You're not allowed to. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because if there's a problem and it's not your fault, I will reinstate your bond.
Judge, so on 11/20, she failed to appear. Defendant not present in holdover is what Jamae wrote on the reset. So she wasn't brought up on the 20th. So she rolled it to the 21st, and then the surety bond was posted. The surety bond says 11/20. So it seems to contradict itself. The 20th.
So whoever wrote the bond did a mistake, because they put back in time as opposed to, so what, you said you have paperwork that says that you're supposed to be here today?
I left the paperwork at home, but I had my brother send me a picture because I forgot. I can show you.
Yeah, sure. And you can give it to Deputy and she'll. Do you see that it shows today's date?
Yes, Judge. November 26th at 8:30.
Okay, all right. Yep, you're right. Okay, I'll reinstate your bond. Okay.
That single sentence ends a wrongful detention. No speech, no apology, just action. Proof beats emotion every time in a courtroom. And today, the proof won.
So it looks like while you were in custody, they appointed you a lawyer. I don't know that Martin even knows. I mean, there's no way he's going to know.
Especially if she's not on docket today.
Right. Oh, I have his number. I'll call him. Let me see. Martin. Hey, how are you? I have a Miss Destiny Collins that's on docket today. Are you in the building? So you were appointed, it looks like, while she was in custody. Say it again? She was in custody in Fort Bend. Huh. Okay. Do you want to stay on the case or do you want me to appoint someone else? Okay, no problem. You just tell me. So that's it? Done. We'll do it. Okay. Okay. Fine. Can you pull up her NCIC, please? So we can. I'm going to take Martin off.
Okay.
Because he's not working with us. And do you mind appointing someone else for the time being, please? Ms. Collins, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On August 8th, 2024, a deputy was dispatched to a bar and grill in Harris County, Texas regarding an assault. The complainant worked at the bar as a bartender. Defendant came behind the bar and began striking the complainant multiple times with a closed fist to the face and upper extremities, causing pain. Complainant began to fight back to defend herself. During the fight, a crowd of people surrounded her, and some individuals who she did not know began to stomp and kick on her while she was fighting on the ground.
Stop and kick the complaining witness.
That's not true.
Stop, please.
Yes, the complainant stated during the fight, a crowd of people surrounded her and began to stomp and kick her while she was fighting on the ground. She stated that the fight lasted approximately 2 minutes. The complainant and the defendant did not know each other and stated that she did not know the defendant well enough to fight her. The complainant stated the fight ended because someone yelled out, "I'm calling the police."
Okay. Tell me, does she have anything else that's open at the time now?
She's currently on probation out of Galveston County for theft.
Yes.
And I think you had mentioned something about Fort Bend, so we're looking for.
Lord, we're hitting the Tri-County area now?
We're not showing anything out of Fort Bend, Judge, but she is on probation out of Galveston right now.
She may have been in custody, and I don't know. So is run full NCIC, please. Ms. Collins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public in every single way, shape, form, manner. And if you become a danger to my public, I am first off going to put you in jail. Next off, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to flip. Do you understand? Do not go back to this bar or any other bar. I'm prohibiting you from going to any establishment where 51% or more are beer, liquor, any kind of clubs. You're not to go anywhere of this nature. Do you understand? Does she have a felony theft or does she have a misdemeanor theft? And then what else is open? And what kind of criminal history are we talking?
Felony theft, Judge. And I believe that's her only history. And Alex is looking into the Fort Bend case as well.
Your Honor, I don't have any record of her case in Fort Bend. Looking at the county clerk website for Fort Bend, I don't see any cases open with her name and date of birth.
So the only other thing you see is it a probation that she's on?
Yes.
For Galveston.
Oof.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Judge, 2 years deferred on Galveston.
How old are you, ma'am?
23.
What do you do for a living?
Right now I work 2 jobs and I live alone. I live in the Fort Bend County area.
How much money do you make a month, ma'am?
My monthly income, I say my intake probably about $3,800.
I need you to fill out an application because I don't know if you're going to qualify for an appointed lawyer, ma'am. And I'll take a look at the application. The only thing I'm going to tell you is that when you're on felony probation, you're supposed to be extra special good. And when you're not, they usually file motions to revoke. So I would be on the lookout because if you're on probation or parole at this time, it's very possible that they issue a felony warrant in that case with the fact that you picked up this new case. So understand, no alcohol, no drugs. Do you understand? Okay, do you mind giving an application, please? All right, I'm gonna have you fill out the application and then we'll, do not leave until you sign all our bond conditions, ma'am. Okay.
That's good. Goodness, what y'all thought about that case? That's a lot. She look young.
That's a lot for her age. That's a lot.
23 years old.
And that's right. He's a good judge, and she need to be handled. Make a lot of bad decisions. They're gonna run her life, and what look like it's hurting her now is gonna save her later on if she was to abide by it. I sent something else over too. We didn't get to it the other week. A quick story. I know we got to do pick a side. I sent one. The second one I sent to me. That's right here. I think out of Atlanta, Georgia. I sent it to him right quick. We got time to look at these before we go. This has been groovy, people. People need help. A lot of people need help out here. A lot of people are clinically diagnosed incorrectly for the sake of medication, for the sake of billing. Would y'all agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's how in depth do you have to get for this?
Won't tolerate anyone like that among us.
What's that beginning?
None of us want anybody like that among our ranks. And we won't tolerate anyone like that among our ranks.
On Wednesday, interim public safety director for the city of South Fulton, Cedric Alexander, spoke out on the arrest of Officer Michael Sheely Cochran, charged with sexual assault by a person of supervisory or disciplinary authority for allegedly engaging in sexual activity with a 28-year-old female he was transporting to jail. According to South Fulton Police, Cochran responded to a domestic call early Saturday morning that led him to this Shell station on Spence Road. The suspect had an outstanding warrant from DeKalb County, so Cochran arrested her and placed her in his patrol vehicle to take her to the DeKalb County Jail. According to arrest warrants, on the way to the jail, GPS tracking data shows he pulled off and parked his patrol vehicle in a secluded area in Fairburn. Chief Meadows says Cochran had turned his body camera off, but his patrol vehicle's dash camera was still recording. And warrants state that footage showed Cochran and the victim exiting the patrol vehicle and her assuming compromising positions outside the vehicle. That dash cam footage also allegedly shows Cochran adjusting the victim's clothing before placing her back into the patrol vehicle. He then transported the victim to the DeKalb County Jail. The next day, on the 22nd, she reported the assault to the jail staff and was transported to Grady to be examined. The warrants also state that when asked about the assault, Cochran initially denied it until they told him there was video evidence, at which point he admitted it, but claimed it was consensual.
Consensual goes out the window. You are in the performance of your law enforcement duties. So whether she consented or not is totally immaterial. The fact of the matter is that he violated Georgia state law as a law enforcement officer.
Man, throw away everything. What would y'all say? Rape?
He broke the agreement.
No, what the man y'all this? Would y'all say there was a matter of power, sex, or both?
Sex.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
He broke the agreement, man. He was supposed to let the girl go. You know, in exchange, and what he did, he reneged on the deal. He's what you call a renigger.
I'm sure they call him that last part without the re in now. He might call him retarded nigger and not renigger. Yeah, and it's sad for all the people that go out there and do their job and perform it well. They put a real bad blemish. And he should be ashamed of himself. He need to go to prison. He needs to stay in prison. I mean, what's wrong with your mind? You go to a call and you decide this woman ain't been checked for AIDS or nothing.
Yeah.
And you just go ahead and willy-nilly. Or just if he had condom, why would you be keeping condoms on you at work? Which means that probably 9 times out of 10, this ain't their first time.
And he fixed her clothes, which tells me she was still in handcuffs.
Because he know when she go again, that show you he's sick, and you gotta imagine how many women he possibly done that to.
Exactly. That wasn't his first time.
Yeah. No.
And then I took her to jail after I had sex with her. Where do you think it's going? They gonna search her. She gotta open her vagina. They gotta make sure she don't have no weapon. Once she get out now, vagina open, behind hole open. They gotta make sure you're not smuggling no contraband. And they see semen coming out of her. Of course, they're gonna be looking, thinking, why would she have semen coming? Was she having sex when he arrested her? It's just so many things, people do they don't think. Just like you reneged in that last game, right? Well, you can take the re off that he did it. Somebody just swung at you, Lil Don. You can't answer that?
Elijah, what it do, man?
He asked him what he tell you what it do right here.
Hey, the rule is what happens during the muhar stays in the muhar. That's the rule.
Whatever.
Nah, the head of his drawer should have said, man, I don't want no criminal sex. I want some freedom sex, some non-arrest sex.
Wow.
When I worked at South Carolina prison, they told us when you're in custody, that's exactly right. Once you're in the jail, you can't have sex with them people. Them people, they're not permitted to be able to do that because they own their property of, which means they don't have the ability. Even if it's consensual two men, that's actually still can be a charge. You're having sex in jail because you're not your own now. You're owned by the state. The state, you're property of the state. You're in their custody. While in their custody, they don't permit unless you go to a prison that allows conjugal visit. Other than that, you can't have sex with inmates.
Wow.
That's
said,
true.
"Come on, I'm with you." Yeah,
Ladies
dreadlocks.
and gentlemen, y'all ready for that time of the show?
Yeah, go. We got a couple more months down. Stasha, get ready. Hold on to your seat. It's that time.
Tuli, go ahead and introduce us. Tell the people what time it is.
Behalf of white people.
Well, this is the moment, the time that you've been waiting for. We asked your opinion. We asked what you thought. Now we want to ask you to pick a side. We'll give you a scenario, and you tell us what side to pick. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dance with me today because everybody's tired, but me, I guess. So go ahead.
No,
I feel you on that. We still playing catch up.
You know what? Listen, listen. It ain't hard today. We've been out of it lately. Let's hear what we got.
Well, this right here, y'all need to pick a side. This right here is folks standing in the need of prayer. Y'all pick a side. Let's go.
Let's go. Stand in the need of prayer.
Que mentira solta essa filha! Receba a libertação com poder! Em nome do Senhor, seja livre! Toda opressão cai agora! Receba!
Shit. One man church pastor hit one of my motherfucking female people like that, man. What? Man, what? Man, I brawl with them motherfucker. I go up there and knock past their ass out. What? Man, put your hand on my motherfucker, old lady. Put your hand on my sister. Put your hand on her. Man, they had to drag me up out that motherfucker.
Agora, demônio vermelho! Não tem voto que te esconda da justiça de Deus! Espírito de mentira, solta essa filha! Receba a libertação com poder! Em nome do Senhor, seja livre! Toda opressão cai agora! Receba!
You know what he need? I tell you right now what he need. So let me see. We got a poll on that. How many people? 1 for he was doing his job. 2 for he needed behind whoop.
He was doing his job.
I mean, you need laying on the hands in the Bible.
He needs a whooping.
Yes, he need his behind whooped.
1 for
he can't even talk.
He was doing his job. 2 for he needed behind whoop.
Yes.
Where them ones at? I said, "Come, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. He was doing his job." I said, "Too. It's a lot of folks. Hey, how do y'all know what his job is?
Wow.
Y'all don't know what kind of demon them women could have been.
That look like that called correction and instruction. That right there was an open hand. That's correction and instruction.
That's sick.
So I said he need to be in prison for be in jail for abusive. He's reconstructing that face. He gotta be reconstructed. Somebody put 3. What is 3? He's doing his job and he need to go to jail. Do we have a 3 up there? We just had a 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Man, this interactively is really cool. I like it. What? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. But why was he slapping him? Listen, sometimes people need a lot laying on the hands for healing, for direction. Apparently, they had to be out of line. I'm thinking, would he just be? But you know what? What did that tell you about the people? Not him, the people, because this is something they allowed. So where were they at, or where are they at in their spirit? When you find people in religious settings, and when it becomes abusive or when it becomes fraudulent, it says something about the people and what they think about themselves. Sometimes in order to be associated with some or want to be associated with some, it doesn't really matter if it's wrong. At least I'm somewhere and I'm not by myself. What would y'all ladies say? Well, and I mean, my opinion, that's my opinion. What would y'all say?
I'm
Do you
telling
think
you about him.
it says something about the people more than it does about him? To me, it says more about them than it does me. Get them likes up, people. 44 watching, 23 likes. Get them likes up.
And they're a woman, so I don't know what they're trying to teach him.
Well, I mean, think about it. 9 times out of 10, I would say probably an abusive relationship. Or they came out of one, because it makes no. There's no way I'm saying you slap me. My natural instinct is to. I'm gonna tell you what he really needs. He needs a boo-boo tennis shoe.
Right.
Yes, a boo-boo
Chris,
tennis.
you got to think though. These women in church, they really don't.
What?
They're really
So,
what?
so whatever church, you know, you got to give them a pass because they in church. Women do dumb stuff when they're in church.
Excuse me?
No.
They do. Even in the Christian church, if they ain't slapping them, then they probably molesting their kid, or they having sex, or they stealing from a robbing something, you know, and they'll just turn a blind eye to it. So you got to give them a pass sometime.
I mean, you can't generalize. I think that's an individual type of situation.
Yeah, but it says something about them. Listen, preachers only can do what the members allow.
But the women, they just there because that's how their mama raised them.
I think it's more or less want to be associated with something and want to be associated. A lot of times, believe it or not, hurt can even be an association, like women that stay in an abusive relationship as well as men. Sometimes people just feel trapped and they trap themselves. It's not actually they are, they just feel like I can't, or they just feel more comfortable than standing up and revolting against. A lot of people don't revolt. Look at this country, look where it's going. People don't want to revolt. People just kind of like, it's bad in other places too. So you leave here, you go somewhere worse. That's the same stuff a woman says in an abusive relationship. You leave him, you wind up getting one worse than that. Same thing a man might say when he got a bad wife or a bad girlfriend. Well, I mean, at least I know her. Get somebody else, then you got to learn them over. Then they worse than this one. A lot of times people think the worst to take the less. What y'all think about that?
That was good. That was a good saying, preacher.
Got another one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nobody caught it.
All right.
Go ahead. But that's not for the night. Go ahead.
All right. Here's the next one.
Hate him.
How is that possible? Oh, you gonna tell me you was cheating on me this whole time? I had a DNA test and came back a 5-year daughter in hours. How is that possible? How is that possible?
I don't know, cause
What you mean you don't know?
it ain't no way that it's possible.
Woman, you've been out all night. You just now getting back. Your DoorDash a goddamn salad to the crib, and then you try to bounce. I had a test. Look at me. I had a test, and the kid's 9 hours.
I told you I was out with my girls last
You
night.
sound like you're drunk now.
You know what? I don't care what you saying. That's your daughter.
You can't be for real right now.
I'm for real. They lying here. Take this mess.
You-
'Cause I don't know what you're talking about.
Look. I'm gonna need you to pack your things. We gotta go, sister.
No.
You have to leave.
No.
Or you can call the cops and have them escort you out of here.
I guess that's what you're gonna have to do then.
Stop playing with me. And not to mention, you need to find out who the hell is this kid. You know I've been raising this child this whole damn time. You know how embarrassing
You
that is?
are the father.
Do you know how embarrassing that is, genius?
You are the father.
No, I'm not. And you should be driving right now anyway. You sound intoxicated.
It's like this. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I'm telling you now, you are the father.
Listen to me.
What?
Get out the car because
No.
you are too drunk to drive.
No.
One. Secondly, you can smirk all you want, genius. You're gonna find out who the kid's for because you have to go. And the baby. And we're gonna sit down and discuss this because you have to go.
Well, you know what?
Or you can leave now. I just had your stuff in front of the crib.
You know what? You want to keep that baby because I'm going to leave.
So you're gonna leave the baby with me and you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You want to take care of that baby.
If you leave, do not come back.
I won't.
If you leave, do not come back.
I won't.
All right.
Because I'm an independent woman.
Oh, you going?
All right, let's do this for y'all answer. 1 for she was right. 2 for he was wrong. At the same time, or he was right. 2 for he was right. 1 for if she was right.
I don't know why he kept saying this ain't our daughter. He said our daughter. No, this is not your daughter.
Now, well, you know how he's saying that he's looking at we're supposed to be together. And that's that thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's just bad. Then you know what? You would think you'd be more humble. Somebody will kill you. Then somebody will blow you, and then depending on the jury, Depending on, like he said, I've been paying. You know, they can look at in a moment like that. I came out from her, and you see what she said. I'm gonna leave the baby. I'm finna go. You gonna take? You could have pushed this man because he's looking at this and ain't the kid. This is another guy's kid, and you gonna tell me I'm gonna raise it and you're gonna go away? That leaves me double stuck. That could have turned out to be her death. So how many people? I don't see a lot of ones up there. I need them ones.
Read the question.
3. I can't see that now. What 3 say?
Who agrees that Rod needs to stay off social media finding these horrible videos?
Question, you done. And Question probably my baby. Question. That's terrible. And I say Question because her dad agree.
Question, how dare you?
You are done. See, I got another. We got a one right there. See them? It's one more than the show too. I got one more to show too. You done flourishing. Hopefully you done flourished enough. You done. I'll be fucking your pedals. You done too. Who there?
You done flourishing.
You know what? I don't believe nothing now, Faith. You know what, Faith? I'm gonna stop believing anything.
How dare
So let me see. We got one more. Now that is terrible.
All right, I got you. I got you on the one more. Here we go. Let me go ahead and play this one.
What is in here? What's in here?
Yeah, from the beginning. Can you get to the beginning?
Hey,
That's all you.
Hey, what is in here? What's in here? It's light, so it gotta be my keys. You got me that coke?
I got something better than that.
Babe, you got me that coke?
I got something better than that. Yep. I know you surprised, right? You surprised, right? No. Take it out. Take it out. Show it.
Babe, why would you?
Oh shit, he didn't call her ass. Now don't get me wrong, it's her body, it's her choice. But girl, you could at least been honest and told that man, like, if you don't agree with me, baby, I'm gonna pop these Plan Bs, okay?
Why would you? Bro, this whole time, really? This is what you doing? Bro, I literally come home, I'm sweeping up, trying to clean up the spot, and boom. Look at that. Huh?
Who goes through the trash?
Queen, I was sweeping up, boom. Yup.
This is exactly why communication is key. Like, y'all gotta have a conversation, and she wrong as hell for not letting him know, because make him think so wrong with him is crazy, okay?
Your ass been popping in pills, popping these pills the whole time, Queen. I'm thinking I can't get you pregnant.
When? How we gonna deal with a child right now? You have no time. You have no time.
Dad, go get all your stuff. Get out my house.
And I don't blame her. Like, if he's never there, why do you want a baby? Because dealing with a baby by yourself is a lot, and I wouldn't tell nobody to do that shit by themselves, regardless if they with the person or not. So if you not gonna be here to help me, then I'm not finna have no baby. But y'all, he should have I just think the way you went about it is wrong. Now, I wouldn't have been popping Plan Bs. I would have had an IUD, or baby, I would have been popping a birth control or something. But yes, like that's why communication is key. Y'all gotta open your mouth and have a conversation and stand on it, and just be like, and if that shit don't match, go your separate ways.
Hey, what are you doing home?
What y'all think about that?
That is crazy.
Is she wrong or he wrong?
Both of them wrong. They fornicating.
Well, yeah. I got to look at the first part though. The funny. It's funny. She may be because that makes no sense. No, it be some women look at that. I don't want to have a kid. They're like, I don't want the ball. I don't. So you got some that could just look at, hey, she don't want to do it. She's saying, hey, someone look, I don't want to mess up my body and my figure. I don't want to be held down. I can't go nowhere. You got different reasons why a lot of times women don't want to have a kid, or they don't have confidence in the man. So it could be either or with her. You know what I'm saying? But she just told before to that end of what they said, he's never there.
Sounds like
So
they weren't communicating.
More with a kid. What'd you say, Stassi?
I said it sounds like they weren't communicating. They should have been. That relationship been doomed if they're at this point now.
You gotta go through the garbage can to find Plan B. It's over with.
Right.
She got the man thinking that he can't have children.
Man down there at the sperm bank and everything, taking out loans.
So little, the man stressed out, can't even sleep.
Number one. What does number one say? Everybody know. Hold on. What they voting on? What is number one?
Did she have to tell him? One says yes, two says no.
Did she have to tell him?
And she was taking the birth controls.
Yeah, I mean, two said no.
Yeah.
No, she said that. I mean, hold on. Let me ask y'all, what y'all think about that? Because now, what she said, the lady said, your body, your choice. If you're living with someone as married or married, do y'all feel a woman have to tell her boyfriend, her sexual partner? Does she have to tell her sexual partner she's taking the pill, birth control, or anything?
Yes, I think she should. I think she
No,
should.
do y'all feel like it's
Especially he
mandatory?
thinks that they're about to have some kids, which is what it sounds like in this case. Like he sounds upset about it. She needs to communicate that with him.
But I'm within a relationship. Do y'all feel as women, and do you too, Alana, that a woman just say they're dating, just say two people dating, right? They're sexually active, they're together, but it's like it's just those two as far as they know. It ain't open season. Does that woman, is she obligated to tell him, hey, I'm taking the pill, or I'm on birth control, I take the morning after pill, or it's not his business?
I mean, I think the key word right there, Patricia, is obligated. There's no sign. I'm not married. They're not married. So what obligation is it that they have, or commitment that they have? So she's not obligated. She could, but she's not obligated.
Yep, I agree.
She's saying yes, that's his child. I'm assuming they are married. Somebody said it, Chester. I don't think they married, because typically a man would have said, you supposed to be my wife. That never came out. I think those are two people living together.
Yeah, he broke up with her. He told her she got to leave.
I know you gotta. I mean, you tell your wife to leave, and I mean, you break up with your wife.
No, but they were black, and black people aren't married.
Whoa.
Just say. So what? Okay, what are black people?
And what are you?
Exactly.
Black people smell like watermelons and cocoa butter.
Goodbye.
This man's sick. Black people smell. Wait, where you get that from? Somebody put exactly. Oh, I see what they're saying exactly. Let me see what they're saying. They're saying, so let her answer this, Stassi. Clinically speaking, is Love Doc the same? If you had, let me ask you this. Is there, let me ask you two, resident, is there, like, just say if I came as a client, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a checklist thing y'all have, like, while I'm talking? Is there like a check, like you like sane, crazy, molested, or these are all things you know? Is it like a cheat, like your checkout sheet?
So we listen for like symptoms, right, that are related to the DSM. So basically that's how we would categorize or kind of diagnose what your issue is.
Okay, Love Doctor, tell us his issue.
Well, it's about that time to go.
There you go. Every time.
For another day. They were late, so we running late, but I appreciate y'all for calling in. Ain't that right?
This. All right, let's do this before we go to. While we do that, I need everybody to vote on. Listen, is Love Doc the same or clinically off his rocker? Can you put that up there, Tulin?
It's already on there.
Is he clinically? All right, y'all do. What is it? 1 for if he's sane. Love Doctor off tonight without his, what it is?
Turtleneck.
Oh, yeah, he is. So how many people agree? I went. I'm they went straight to 100%. But listen, we appreciate all you guys tonight. Certainly appreciate you stopping, coming in with us, and appreciate everybody out there for what you do and listening in and supporting. Don't forget to subscribe and the Cash App. It helps us out to do other things. We want to go bigger, better, and we appreciate you for all you do. Stopping in, giving us your time, your comments. come in on the polls and everything. It's always our endeavor to try to come in and bring insight, a different opinion, a look, and give you a voice. Like the show says, to Mike in my mind. So once again, if anybody asks you, do you mind? You tell them you always mind. Every Thursday right here on Two Mics and My Mind. If nobody else told you they love you, hey, we love you. And our language is called a hug. To the love daughter, resident Joe and Stasia, take us home.
Yeah, preacher, since you're on the big screen, go ahead, show us what you got. What you got for us tonight?
I already told you what I said earlier. Resident, tell what I said, Joe.
For the people who just tuned in.
All right, for the people saying what I said, I know she got it because she's gonna write it down and she got to turn it back.
I didn't get to write it down because it was so fast, but it was good.
Are you serious? And it was, oh my goodness, are you serious?
You can say it again, preacher, because that was really good.
Oh,
he don't know what he said.
He said something like you think worse so you can
That's right.
take less.
That's right. A lot of people, that's right. A lot of people
That's
think
right.
the worse so they can take the less. But I would tell you to always make sure you do your best. Bam,
You know
stop.
what?
You on
That's
you on.
pretty good.
That's gonna
Earlier
be
this
my
week, I
sister.
heard
You
you.
remember what I said? Here we go.
You were taking my saying and you kind of revamped it, so I'm gonna say it again.
What? No.
Yeah. Earlier this week, when you were talking to kids, you were telling them to always do their best and all that stuff, and you always want to be yourself. Yeah, you always got to be yourself. Always be yourself. Don't be. You remember that? That's my saying.
No.
Yeah, that's my saying. You repackaged it. You tweaked the little words, but my saying is always be yourself, and you will never be second best. There it is.
How many times you done heard that stars and said, when is this man gonna get another saying? Do you not know how to hypnotize? Do you not take like to watch take it and then he gets and then bring it back and tell me he ran.
Let Stasia go. Stasia, I'm gonna give you. Go ahead, Stasia.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go, Stasia?
Yeah, go ahead, Stasia.
I will keep it simple and I will say always leave people better than you found them.
That's
right.
Oh, that was really great.
That's right.
So let me ask you a question. Well,
that's really great.
But what if the person is so damaged you can't do nothing with them?
You can only do your best.
So are you trying to leave the love doctor better than you found him?
Yeah, we trying to do what I'm telling. I
You're fantastic.
That's right. You tell him, baby. That's right. You tell him. Just right.
I know one thing. He was acting better with your hand, so you know you gotta be here with him because anytime we get him to mind obey and start watching his attitude and it get funky sometimes, don't it?
Very.
Oh, we tell him too. Somebody said they love you, Stasia. They trying to get a free diagnosis. We already know it's the alcoholic. So don't be trying to get off your little alcohol binge over here and think, I can give me some free. She go, oh yeah.
I said mine at the beginning of the show anyway, preach. I said the word for the day is punctual because obviously y'all know what tardy means.
Put that re in front of it, and that's gonna be your new name. Tardy. Right, it'd be retarded.
What you got, Dr. Joe?
I gave my turn to Stasia.
She already did it. Joe,
I gave my turn. I gave up my turn for her.
No, you can't give. No, that was
sacrificing right there.
No, that's not no sacrifice. You better come on with
that, Joe.
No, you didn't. I thought you like go before me. No, come on, let's hear it. Here you go.
You did your best to survive then. You deserve to live differently now.
Hold on for a minute. What did you just say? Even to the look at that. Did that make sense, Stasia?
You did your best to survive then. You deserve to live differently now.
You know who that sound like that go to? That just sound like somebody who on the top of a building finna jump off, and she trying to talk.
I'm trying for them not to jump off that building.
No, let some people.
You deserve better now.
We need a good saying. We'll deal with them later. We'll clean the mess up later.
That was great.
Oh, you said, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, wait, be yourself, and you never be the second you.
That's right.
No,
all right, Tula, you got to bring us home now. Come on, what you got for us, Tula?
Doing your best is sometimes better than being the best.
Come on now, I like that.
You get on deep. That's right.
I like that. You got to keep the standard low. That's what I like. Yeah, great job, Tula.
When doing right by others, you're doing right by yourself. That depends on what right you're doing, because some people right can be wrong.
I like Faith.
I like
My
to say
thing
it,
is
though.
eat more chicken.
Eat more. Thank you. That's safe from what I heard from her, because she just tried to talk some lunatic from driving off. We don't know what happened. Somebody said,
What you're trying to say is eat more chicken and less rooster.
Eat more chicken or rooster. That's right.
Yeah, Debbie, you see that? She talking about, she calling you okay, Harriet.
Thanks.
Oh, Tula, you got 10 for 10. Great job.
First of all, Chelsea has an old, obese little kid. You can't listen to that.
Hey, he's so cute. Oh, he's so.
He hugged me and he fell asleep.
Oh, he just laid his head on, and he always smell good. And he's soft. Oh,
he always smell good because he always got honey buns and donuts. The kid is not taking baths.
He does feel like a little honey bun.
I don't know about that. Yeah, we were playing space with his daddy, and his diaper needs to be changed. Oh yeah.
But listen, that's up there wife. If the wife good with him walking around smelling like that, that's on her.
Yeah, the wife talking about, no, I can't change the diaper. I got a meeting. I got a cool meeting I'm supposed to be in. I say, look,
the wife old enough to change his own diaper. He need to be wearing drawers anyway.
Hey, teach your husband some diaper changing, because that man was in there about 30 minutes trying to figure out how to change that baby diaper. By the time he came out, he was like, man, it was that liquid crying that just smeared everywhere.
Oh, this is more information I need to hear now. My little food gone tonight.
That's his personal business. So.
Yeah.
Now, wait till you will start wearing diapers. He called you out on this show. He might take over 2 nights in the mind one day. Yeah, that old guy, little dog, and them missed and them ran all down his leg.
Wow.
No, that's all right.
We were playing spades with him, and I said, good man, we were waiting. That man gone about 30 minutes.
Somebody say that's not what happened. Don't believe
Talk
it.
to your
We
husband.
don't pay him no attention. On the start.
About that time, girl.
Huh?
We need the store-bought one.
I got one that y'all should know.
No, we should know, or you should pull up the store-bought. Don't come out this.
That you should appreciate. You can't pour from an empty cup, so take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
That's good. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to hear that today. Somebody need to hear it.
That might be bad. You can't do what with an empty cup?
You can't pour from an empty cup. So take care of yourself first.
That's right.
That was the
store-bought one?
So yeah, I'm trying to get this straight right there. So if you take care of yourself, then you can pour from an empty cup.
No. That you can't pour from an empty cup, period. Let's
pour from an empty cup. Cup
empty. So that means I have to fill my cup. I have to be full in order to pour out. So I have to be dressed and ready and able to give before I'm able to actually pour out.
What Andrew saying?
So we're gonna pour in.
Andrew say terrible. Look at that. Andrew say terrible.
Oh, and look at him. Put on big screen. Listen to that. We got Miss Example over here. Come on, Miss Example. What
she's saying is this bottle is empty. You can't pour water out of this because it's empty. So what Tuli is saying is, so that you can help others and give water, you got to pour into the bottle, and then you're full and you're able to give others. Since you have, that's what she's trying to say.
I'm telling you one time. Let me tell you one time, okay? Resident Jones.
Next Thursday.
If you want to keep working around here, stay out the drugs, okay? If you want to keep stay out the drugs. Did you actually get 2 antibiotics? What Tuli is saying is, first of all, you should have just said the first time, put some water in the cup so you can have
I
something.
blame it on the empty cup that I am right now because I'm exhausted. But it's okay. I'm gonna pour it in
your vessel. That's the same thing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, you try to pull something in somebody else. We definitely appreciate y'all, guys. Appreciate you again, Stasia.
Hard, y'all.
And we are hard, y'all.
We're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights. Watch this. And a mind.
All right, you do something better, I do something better, and guess what? We'll be better together. Until next week, God willing. Good night.
Night.